Hello friends, welcome to Oliveboard. I hope you're all doing well and your exam preparations are going good too. As we know that the IBPS Clerk Prelims exam is over and the mains is just a few days away. So I would request you not to wait for the results but kickstart your preparations now itself. So in this video we are going to discuss the section wise tips and tricks which will help you focus on a certain areas which will help you score a little extra and grab you a seat for the IBPS clerk. Before we start with the video, don't forget to take up a free mock test provided by Oliveboard by clicking on the link which is given to you in the description box. So do take up a free mock test, analyze your performance and structure your preparations accordingly. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest videos. Let us quickly look at the exam pattern for the mains examination. So here we have four sections. The first one being general and or financial awareness. Second is general English. Third is reasoning ability and computer aptitude. And the fourth is quantitative aptitude. Now here we will have 50 questions from general awareness, 50 questions from reasoning ability and computer aptitude and 50 from quantitative aptitude, whereas we have 40 questions from general English carrying 40 marks. But if we talk about computer aptitude and reasoning ability, here we will have 60 marks worth of questions being asked, a total of 200 marks, 190 questions, and we need to finish it in 2.5 hours, which is 160 minutes. Let's start with the general and financial awareness section. So here we have to answer 50 questions in 35 minutes. So we need to have a habit of reading daily current affairs, because to prepare for this section we need to follow the work in progress strategy. This is very important because you cannot wait for say the clerk prelims result to come out and then start reading current affairs for 6 months. This will be very tedious for you and you will also not be able to remember all the current affairs related things, because it's very vast. So I would request you to read the current affairs daily so you're not under the pressure of reading and learning it all at once just a few days before the examination. Also, I would request you to take up daily quizzes on general and financial awareness from various websites. We also on our website publish the daily quizzes every day. Also, along with this, you can go through the YouTube videos that through which we provide 200 important GK questions for the entire month. So this will be like a revision for you. Also, whenever you're reading the daily current affairs, give special importance to the financial news that is there, and also try to cover the general awareness of at least 6 months before the examination. You can also revise the monthly general awareness using Oliveboard's banking bolt. Here we cover all the months. We also have a special bolt series for covering economy and banking sections too. Coming to the static awareness portion, so this is in some way or the other related to the current affairs only. So whenever you're going through the current affairs and you find something which has a static importance, make sure that you read it then and there itself. I'll give you an example for this. So if there's a bank which is in news, for example, let's say if Canara Bank is in news, so you just go and try to know where is its headquarters, who's the present MD and CEO, or if a particular place is in news, try to remember the national parks that are located in that particular place, or the governor of that state, or the chief minister of that state, the capital of a state, or supposingly if a country is in news, so you should know the country's either president or prime minister, and you should also know the capital of that particular country. You can also refer to the static GK awareness section provided by Oliveboard, and you can download our ebooks for free to enhance your knowledge of general and financial awareness. Coming to the general English section, this section can be a bit tricky, so it is advisable for you to practice this session very regularly and with great attention. So we have to answer 40 questions in 35 minutes. Hence, I would request you to have a habit of reading every day. Do read the newspaper daily so you can enhance your reading speed. You will have questions based on synonyms and antonyms, error spotting, phrase replacement or connectors. So try to solve these easy questions in the beginning because these take very less time and you can finish a lot of questions. And then you can move on to questions like para-jumbles or double fillers or reading comprehensions because they are time consuming and they take a lot of time, so you might not be able to solve a lot of them. Hence, do not start with the questions that consume a lot of your time. You can solve the easier ones first and maximize your attempt. Then you come to these and you solve them with patience and with full attention. Also, do not make wild guesses here because you'll have to pay for it in negative marking. As we know, 0.25 of the total marks allotted to a question goes for negative marking in case the answer is incorrect. Hence, do not make wild guesses. Coming to the reasoning ability and computer aptitude section, here you will have a time frame of 45 minutes and you will have to answer 50 questions. There are some questions that will carry 2 marks, whereas there are some questions that will carry 1 mark only. So if we see, there is less than 1 minute per question if we talk about the total number of questions. So if you are very good in this section, try to solve as many questions as possible, but with accuracy. Accuracy is very important because this section can decide your fate. It can decide whether you're in or you're out. So first, try to solve questions like syllogism, direction, sense, alphanumeric series, etc. and try to solve them with accuracy. Then you can move on to questions like analytical and verbal reasoning because they are a bit tricky and it takes more time to solve them. After solving these, you can move on to puzzles or machine input output or scheduling type questions. Coming to the quantitative aptitude section, here also you will have 50 questions to be answered in 45 minutes only. Please do not panic because here you will have a set of questions which are very easy and you can find them and solve them first, and then you can move on to the tougher ones like data interpretation or case-led data interpretation types questions. So as we know that each question is allotted 1 mark, so try to find questions like approximations or simplification because they are very easy, and then you can move on to the tougher ones like mixtures and allegations, speed, time and distance, profit and loss ratios type of questions. So we've covered all the 4 sections. That's all we have for you in this video. I hope you liked the video. Do share it with your friends who have also written the IBPS clerk examination. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, go ahead and subscribe now to not miss any videos from us. Thank you.